I am Professor L.B.Gayakawad, who is talking today about the topic, and the topic is educated fools. Remember, today this man has taken the education a lot, but this man's behavior has been very much foolish, and that's why the point is created, and that point is about the educated fools. You will say here, what is actually the educated fool? I will tell you that there are many persons who have taken education, but they have not the way of behaving properly with person, that is called the educated fool. Now the point is that this educated person has been very much educated by the education of the university. Means this man has taken his education from the university. Means his education is a lot. Means he is so much educated. He is the doctorate, he is the doctor, or he is having the lot of degrees with him. But actually this man has no code of conduct of behaving with his friend circle, with his contacts, with his family, and with his other contacts, I will say. This man has taken his education from the universities. Now the point is that the education of the university is not good for this man, because the education of the university teaches the man, but there is no change in the character of the person because of the education of the universities. So the point comes before is that there should be the education of saints, means the saints education or the education of the religious books should be there, I feel so. But this education of the saints has not been received by this gentleman. This gentleman has the education of his own property. He has the education of his own business. He has the education of his personality. He is giving the education to the person about the personality. He is giving the education in all the fields. But actually, this man is not taking or giving the education in the sense of the morality, in the sense of the humanity. Means there is no humanity in the mind of man for man. And that's why here I will tell you that the educated persons are really having the foolishness on the part of the education. Means actually they are educated, but they have no way of behaving with others, and that's why they are called the educated fools. So next point I will discuss is that, is man utilizing, is man using, is man behaving, is man sleeping, walking, talking the said education? Yes. The man is talking, walking, sleeping, behaving the said education, but this man is not bringing that education into his practice. Means there is no any kind of practice, there is no any kind of use of this sense education in the life of this man's in the life of this man. And that's why I feel that this man is behaving his life, living his life. This man is behaving with man, but this man is making a lot of mistakes in his behavior, and that's why there is no any kind of solidarity, there is no any kind of unity, there is no any kind of, I will say, racial racial friendship between man and man. It is happening only because of not having the particular code of conduct with man. And really speaking, the life demands the code of conduct. The life demands the moralism. The life demands the humanity. If there is the human approach with man, if man is behaving with man with humanity, then this behavior or this approach of behaving is really very much important for the life of all people on the earth. But actually, this gentleman, this man is not using the saint education. If we say about the saint education, then we can say that the saint education is very much useful for the welfare of man. But this saint education is there fallen in the cupboards. There are many libraries in the world. There are many libraries in every country, but in that library, I will say, no man is available for reading the saint education. So the education of the saint is giving always the difference between the true and bad, true and untrue, good and bad, human and inhuman. Man knows very well the difference of good and bad, but actually this difference is not being brought by them in practice. There is no person who is thinking about the moralism, moral values, ethics, as if this man has sold all these things in the market. That is the particular thing which is happening about this man. The point is that why is not this man using this saint education? This man is not using this saint education because he is extra educated. Remember, this man is extra educated. He has taken his education beyond his thinking of capacity. His education is too much. He is doctorate. He is having the research. But this man has no eye of thinking on morality, on thinking of ethics. He has not that particular eye. So this man is not using the saint education. If we think of the saint's education, then we will find that there is the management of life. That this education is giving really the management of life. If this man will think of this saint education, then really speaking, the life of this man will be very much happy, will be very much welfaring, and will be very much beneficial to each other. But this man is not using the saint education. Why? Because this man is extra educated. He feels that my education is too much. And he is understanding that the education of saint is a foolish thing according to him. He feels that these saints have given us the things which cannot be applicable in the line of life. Means the saints have no eyes to see the proper life of man, as if this man has understood all this. But my point is that the well education which is given by the saints have given us the best education. But this man has not taken that education. He knows very well that there is the Mahabharata, there is the Ramayana, there was the Lord Rama, there was the Lord Sri Krishna, there was every god. and this society has been created by this God, this nature is created by this God, means this man knows everything, no doubt at all, but actually this man is not bringing this philosophy into his life. So why is he not bringing that philosophy into his life? The important reason behind this is that he has been extra educated, and that's why we can say here that this man is the educated fool. Now you will say, what is educated fool? What is the educated fool? So according to me, according to the saint's education, this man is the educated fool because his education he has taken a lot, but there is no use of his education to the society and to himself. Means he is not using that education for himself and for others, because his family is not benefited by the education of this man. This man is not benefited by the education which he has taken, because there are many persons who are drinking wine. They have gone to the addiction of wine. They are doing the habits of addiction. They are taking drugs. What is this? The important point is that what is the use of their education? Why they have taken the education, or why have they taken the education? So they have taken the education, but that education is not working for their benefit, and that's why according to me these people are the educated fools, and that's why we can easily call them the educated fools. More educated means these people are more educated, but these people have no aware of the duties. Actually, the people have made their duties money. Everybody is living for money. Money has become their life. People are telling here that the money is time, and time is the money, and time is gold, and gold is time, and time is golden. Means many definitions are there which have been listened by us on the part of this man. Means this man says that time is money and money is time. But this man is not telling that saint's education is time. The saint's education is money, and the saint's education will do the welfare of the society. This thing is not understood by this man, and that's why my point is that this man is the educated fool. As per the education of the scientific books, as per the education of the, I will say, writer, the writer, I will give you here the example of the writer, that the writer will tell in his book, in his story, that caste spirit is not useful for society, he will say, and his two characters will be of different caste, and he will bring that girl and that boy together, and he will declare that there is no casteism. But actually, when there will be the point of his own daughter, there will be the point of his own I will say son, then he will think of his own caste, that my caste is bigger and the second person's caste is smaller. So this will happen. So this man is not bringing the particular education in the life, remember, into the life, I will say. And that's why this man, this educated fool, has forgotten some cares, some carings. He is not looking after his families properly. What is about the families of this man? What is about the families of this man? we say that the charity begins at home, but what is beginning in the families of this man? In the families of this man is there is no charity, but there is a different type of things happening. What is the daughters doing? What are the sons doing? What are the daughters doing? When we think all these things, then we can say that the daughters and sons are doing the things which are really very, very away from the capacity of understanding of this man. So this man is the particular person who has no aware of his families. What is his family doing? What are his sons and daughters doing? There are many daughters nowadays in the cities, in the metropolitan cities, they are drinking wine. They are doing the habits of drugs. There are many boys, same they are doing. They are doing the habits of drugs. They are doing the habits of drinking wine. What is this? And when we think, when we come to the point, we know that the sons and daughters are from the educated families, means their parents are very educated, but actually these boys and girls have no any kind of behavior, any kind of code of conduct which will be useful for the life of the society. As if they have come out of their families to break the line of the families, to break the line of the society. And that's why these boys and girls are doing the activities which are really very, very marring, very, very killing to the sacred life of this society. And that's why here I will tell you that the man has taken education, but he has not brought that education for the welfare of his own family. What is about the parents? This educated man has been born by the parents. What is about the parents of this educated man? The parents of this educated man are living in the ashramas. They are living in the government houses, which can be told as ashramas. Means the parents are living in the ashramas and the sons are living in the big buildings, big buildings. Is it the culture of man? Is it the really feature of education? Is this man really educated? Who will call this man educated? When his father is there in the ashramas, in the ashram, when the parents are in the ashramas, when the parents are there in the government offices, or I will say in the government houses, when the parents are really shelterless, and his son and his wife, they are enjoying their life in the metropolitan cities. So what is the use of the education which these boys have taken? And that's why my point is that these persons have been the educated fools. They have taken education, but they have no way of behaving life very properly. So what is about the brothers? In the family there are the brothers, but the brothers are not united. There is no solidarity of the two brothers or three brothers. The brothers are beating their parents. The parents are outside. The brothers are very happy. They have a lot of money, and the parents are begging outside. What is this? So when we think of this, then we say that this man has taken education, but he has not thought of his culture. He has not thought of real purpose of the education, because his parents are begging outside. That is the particular thing, and the brothers are enjoying their life with their sons and daughters and wives. What is this? What is about the sister? What is about the brother? Two sisters are there, they are not behaving properly. The brother and sister, their relation is not proper in the family, and that's why what is the use of the sisters and brothers? The sisters are doctors, the sisters are professors, the sisters are advocates, brothers are advocates. If they have taken the degrees and if they are working very nicely, then what is about their own relationship? What is about their education? What is their education doing for them? Their education is everything, because the education is, I will say, inanimate. That education will not talk, but they can talk with the education. They can use that education, but they are not using that education for society and for themselves. The second point I will say, there is the relationship of the wife and husband. What is about the relationship of wife and husband? There is no unity between the wife and the husband. What is the wife doing and what is the husband doing? We cannot just imagine that the wife and husband are really useful for the family. The wife is taking that point to herself. The husband is taking that point to himself, and the sons and daughters are also carrying their own principles with them, and there is no really the definition, the structure of the families that is happening between the wife and husband. What is about the country? The definition of the country of this man is not clear. This man has no country. This man is living in the country, but actually what is the country? The country is also like the parents, and this country has given a lot of things to this man. So this man is having the debt, having the loan. He has taken some loan from this country. Means all the people who are living in this country, they are the responsibility of this man, of this educated man. What is this educated man doing for all the people in the country? This man is doing nothing for the people in the country also, and that's why this is happening too much bad on the part of this educated man. Now I will come to the world. What is happening nowadays in this world? You can say, you can speak, you can talk, you can experience what is about the countries. What is the countries doing today? Is the life of the health of the countries well with each other? Because one country and one country, or the first country or the second country, both the countries are neighbors. But have you seen that the two countries are real neighbors? What is the religion of the neighbors? The religion of the neighbors is to behave very properly, to help each other in the sorrows. Are these countries doing this? What is happening today? We cannot imagine what is happening today in this world. I cannot give you the examples because I am not interested in giving the examples what is happening actually in this world. But you can understand, or you can experience what I am talking, and you can realize what I am telling, or what is my purpose of talking all this. So the total health of this world is also broken, and there is no any kind of thread of humanity in the world also. And the man from the family to the world, to the summit of the world, to the top of the world. Everything regarding this man has become very much useless, because if man is not coming to the use of man, what is the benefit of this man? That is the important point. So what is the use of the education which this man has taken in the universities? What is the use of these universities? These universities are giving the education. Is really the education of the universities is useful to man? My point is that education is useful to man. The education of the university is very good for the man, because just I told you that the education of the university is inanimate, lifeless, because the education cannot talk, but man can talk. But the man who is giving this education and the man who is taking this education, this man is not understanding the purpose of this education, and that's why this man is not bringing this education for the use of the societies, for the use of the neighbors, for the use of the friend, or for the use of the context. And that's why the use of this education has become useless, and it is happening only because of the principle, or only because of the principles of this man. And that's why easily we can say that this man has been the educated fool. So remember, here today I discussed about some behaviors of this man, and I told you that the education of this man is very, very good for man. This education has the moral values. This education has the practice of behaving with each other very nicely. But actually the man is not thinking of these principles. The man is not thinking of this education. And that's why we can say here that this education is good, but the man is not good. The man is not using this education for man's benefit, and that's why we can say that this man is the educated fool. So today I discussed about the article, about my thoughts on the educated fool person. What is your opinion? Please tell me in the comment box. Till then I stop here. Thank you very much.